For this ornament, I took a wood slice and I drew the owl out in pencil first. And now I'm using tubed acrylics and I am just painting in the base coat of white and adding some shadows with a little bit of black so that there's separation between the face and the head. And then I'm going ahead and I'm going to go do the eyes. I'm adding a light blue and then a darker blue and then some white in the middle just to make the eyes a little bit brighter and make them kind of pop off of that white background that's going to be the face. So now I'm taking some of the black acrylic and I'm adding the pupils to the eyes. I'm going to add white around the face. I'm going to just start filling in the white around the face with the acrylic tubed paint so it's a little bit thicker, covers a little bit nicer, and I'm just going to go around the entire face and add the white little feathers inside of his face. As I'm filling in the face, I'm going to add just those two little white dots of the highlights of the eyes just to give them a little bit of life. And then I'm just going to continue to fill in the face and the chest with the white acrylic tube paint. I'm going to also add a little bit of black to bring in some shadows on the chest, just kind of separate the chest from the wings and then also from the face. I'm going to go ahead and blend out that black line that's in the chest just so it's not such a solid, harsh line. I'm going to add a little bit of details up in the face and then I'm going to add some little feathers inside the wings of my owl with just the plain white acrylic paint. White acrylic I'm using for those feathers is pretty thick so that I get some texture in the wings, and then I'm separating those feathers in the wings with just a little bit of black in between each of the sections of the feathers. And then I'm going in with some orange and adding orange to that beak. And then I'm going to go back in and just re-highlight those feathers now that they're a little bit drier. The white acrylic is dry. All about layering and adding those shadows and those highlights in the head and the face. Again, I'm just taking some of that white acrylic paint. I'm just doing some touch-ups in places that I need to touch up, and then adding some highlights to the beak along with some of the shadows underneath the beak. I'm going to go ahead and just add some details to the eyes and then add a few more shadows in the body of our owl and just kind of define everything. Add some more highlight into the top part of that beak so it's a little bit lighter, and then go ahead and add some white areas to the inside of the eyes, brighten things up, add some texture into the face of our owl, and then we're doing a nice dark brown background behind our owl to make him pop forward. I'm just going to take and do some touch-ups. I'm going to add a little bit of a darker line along the face and the body just to separate that out a little bit. Add some little highlights here and there. And then I'm adding some dark blue to that background with the brown to make it a little bit deeper. And then I'm taking a little bit of white and just making it so that those feathers in the chest aren't quite so black. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this one. So like and follow the Art on Creekside page.